one day I'll get rid of the whiteness on my arms, but not gonna happen right now. My body was just kind of getting everything out from the glorious 20,000 calories of fruit and vegetables. When you do things like this, everybody, well, just take last week, for example. I mean, honestly, guys, it's 20,000 calories. Whether it's from fast food, donuts, fruit, vegetables, it doesn't matter. It's still 20,000 calories going into your body at the very end of the day. I know a lot of YouTubers, especially within the fitness community, are one to really jump on the scale and say, okay, I gained 5.2 pounds of adipose tissue from that actual cheat day, and then I actually put on about 2.1 pounds of muscle mass from that. It's like, guys, it is what it is. I'm over it, really. I mean, I don't have a superhuman body. It feels like garbage after the first few days, especially after this one. I told you guys it was the worst challenge that I've ever done. 13 Reasons Why. 13 Reasons Why on Netflix, but 13 Reasons Why I should probably go to sleep right now. I am exhausted. I would say the worst part of the challenge really was the recovery process. A lot of people have been asking me what the recovery process has been like. Guys, I just have to say, it's mass. Just imagine a ton of volume going through your body and your body trying to get all of it out, and it's really hard. So needless to say, there's been a lot of bathroom trips over the past few days. A lot of people have been also saying that, you know, why don't you take laxatives or stool softeners and all of this stuff, and it's like, guys, my body just is not like that. I don't gain anything from taking laxatives or stool softeners. Even if I did take a laxative, I would have to take like an entire package of them to actually work on me, just because my digestive system just does not function like a normal human being's does. How much weight did I actually gain? I have no idea. Like I always say, I don't really weigh myself. In fact, I don't weigh myself at all, so there's no really way for me to know. I just felt like in the actual video, putting that little segment up of me going before and after eating all that food, just to, I mean, say what I needed to say to people, and the fact that, like, I'm perfectly content with the way I look. If I gain fat, I gain fat. I mean, guys, as cliche as it is to say, just love the fuck out of yourself. That's all you really need to do. Turn out the radio! Alrighty guys, so I'm coming to you from my dashboard again. And also because I haven't done a Q&A in a while, I posted on my Instagram asking you guys to ask me questions. And most of them, surprisingly, not so surprisingly, were about the 20,000 calorie fruit and veggie challenge. So let's get to those questions. How does your ass feel after the 20,000 calorie fruit and vegetable challenge? Now that it's been a few days past, it actually feels pretty good. But then again, I ride a bike, so I mean, I don't really feel my ass anymore, to be completely honest. Best all-around bike for price. I actually just put up a video on my second channel. If you guys haven't seen it yet, or just don't even know I have a second channel, I will throw up the link down below and also in the description, so you guys can go check it out. Basically, I talk about more mental health stuff, but a lot of just stuff that's on my mind: nutrition, cycling, lifting, fitness, whatever. I don't know. You guys get it. I'll put the link down below. You guys can check it out. And I have a video for the best all-around bike for the price. What is your take on most of these fitness YouTubers making food challenges just for views? I think a lot of people forget about the fact that when you're on YouTube and you are trying to succeed and grow your channel, the main, or I guess one of the main goals you should have at the forefront of your mind is to get views. So I mean, that's why a lot of people do calorie challenges, because they're so, I guess you can say, popular in the whole YouTube community. I talked about it in my actual fruit and vegetable challenge, and more towards like the middle portion of it. But the fact of the matter is, like, people in this day and age don't really eat with their mouths anymore. They eat with their eyes. Think about that for a second. If you don't really understand what I just said, just think about it. Anyways, my take on people doing calorie challenges to get views, I mean, if that's really what grows your channel, I honestly wouldn't have my channel where it's at right now if I didn't do a lot of the calorie challenges that I have done, so I can't really knock people for doing it. At the end of the day, I think that if all you're doing with your channel is calorie challenges, I mean, that's gonna get old eventually, and it really certainly got old with me. So, you know, regardless of whether I lose subscribers or I lose viewers, really, just because I don't do calorie challenges, I don't really care. I mean, what honestly matters to me is having fun with my channel. I've said that many times to you guys. It's worth it, honestly, because I would take losing subscribers over doing things that I'm passionate for and putting it out there for you guys any day. That's just the way I am. So again, don't knock people for trying to grow their channel and for doing things that you guys honestly want to watch. That's why they have high views, because people click on the videos. On a scale of 67.85, what is your favorite color of the alphabet? That's a really clever question, really clever. Worst part about the fruit and vegetable challenge, I think, pretty sure I talked about it already, but just the recovery time, the amount of actual food volume moving through my stomach and my organs and my just gastrointestinal tract, and my entire body, let's just say that, was so big and so large. I've never done that in a 24-hour span, technically like 11-hour span before in my life, so it wasn't something that my body was really used to. My body's used to taking in, I mean, my capacity is around 13 to 14 pounds of food, but that was just something, in that duration of time, it wasn't really used to, just because I've done large eating challenges before, but a shorter amount of time. Have you ever been recognized on the street, and how did you feel? A few times. I don't know. It's funny because people will be like, oh shit, you're the guy from YouTube that eats all the food. Like, yeah, want a picture? It's like, but one moment really that I'll always remember was actually shopping at my grocery store by my house, and I had somebody come up to me, tap me on the shoulder, and they had a pint of Ben & Jerry's in their hand, and it was one that I literally reviewed the night before that, and he's like, dude, Eric, can I get a picture? By the way, I'm buying this Ben & Jerry's basically because I saw your review last night. Like, that's fucking awesome. That was one moment I always remember, and I was like, dude, yeah, shout out to the Ben & Jerry's. Best oatmeal topping in your opinion, and how the heck do you ride 111 miles with no food or fuel? Interesting. Oatmeal topping, peanut butter, can't go wrong with that, and I wouldn't actually be able to do 111 miles with no fuel. That's why I eat beforehand. Alrighty guys, so the glasses come off for this one, because on a more serious note, I feel like I really have to actually explain, kind of break down the process of what actually happens when you consume that much food in an 11 to 12 hour span. Just because of the occasional trolls that I get on my channel that like to accuse me of being bulimic, and yeah, it's just not something you should really joke about either. Just, if you're gonna accuse me of something like that and actually... Anyways, if you're going to accuse someone of being a bulimic, especially after consuming 20,000 calories of fruit and vegetables, try to imagine in your head a human being trying to get out 20,000 calories of fruit and vegetables. Yeah, I don't really imagine that being possible. Even though it probably is, it would just probably take someone hours. Doesn't sound like the healthiest thing or the most fun thing to do ever, so... yeah, I'm still gonna get the bulimic comments even after I say that, but oh well. I just figured I'd just shed some light on it. Anyways guys, so I am doing a lot better now that it's like 2 days, 3 days after the challenge. My body pretty much got everything out that it needed to get out. It's just the digestion time, everybody. I've mentioned numerous times that my digestion just does not work like a normal human being's does. So what happens after days like this, challenge-wise, I drink a lot of water, but surprisingly after this challenge, and I kind of tie it to the fact that I had enough water from all the fruits and vegetables that I consumed, I didn't feel like hydrating a lot after this. Probably because it wasn't a stupid amount of sodium that I consumed like I normally do when I do stupid stuff like this. So I wasn't feeling the need to hydrate a bunch. But honestly guys, I didn't really feel like doing much at all the day after. I just felt like just honestly doing nothing, and just being extremely tired from all the, you know, the carbohydrates, my glycogen stores being way overplenished, which is completely fine. I actually could benefit from that more. But really guys, I'm not saying at all to go out and eat 20,000 calories of fruit and vegetables at all. I'm not saying to do 10,000 calories of fruit and vegetables. I'm not saying to do that number at all or anything remotely close to that. But guys, it's fruit and vegetables. It's really hard for the average person to overdo it on fruit and vegetables, and I think it's really fun to, you know, if you're one of those people that likes to have these like carb ups and likes to boost your performance in that sense, and you feel like you need that, then try adding in some fruit and, you know, some higher carb vegetables into your diet. It can actually help you out a lot if you're feeling like your performance is suffering. I don't really want to call this an experiment, but it was something that was actually kind of interesting to see, you know, what actually happened in my body, because I feel like now, a few days later, I feel like I feel a lot better, and yeah, I do feel like I could include even more fruit in my diet. I actually kind of like pineapple and should eat it way more often. That being said, I just kind of wanted to shed some light on that. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I wanted to put up more of an informative video that, believe it or not, has me doing things other than stuffing food into my mouth for once. So hope you guys got something out of it. If you did, feel free to follow me on my social media, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram. You know the drill. We got some pretty big videos coming up. Let me just put it that way. Can I get that with absolutely no pickles, please?
That was a single burger, correct?
Yeah. You can get a double?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Carl's Jr. says, eat like you mean it. So I, being me, had to go to Carl's Jr. You gotta stay tuned for it. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Go ride a bike.